Holla at your boy, man.
All right. So, audio's coming back. All right. So, first on the topic, we have the Texas winter storm. Now, the Texas winter storm is actually it's so bad that it's going to stem into several other different topics. All right. So
it might
only because it lasted for a whole week. Like literally, people to this day are still suffering from this winter storm.
Water loss.
With water loss.
Still.
So speaking about this water loss, I want to know if it's. I know it's necessary because we should still do this regardless. But everybody is on a water boil watch. Like everybody has. People in certain areas have to boil their water before they either A, take a shower, B, wash their hands, or cook food or whatever, rinse food off or anything like that. So I want to know, is that necessary?
I took a shower today. That bitch was hot. Whew. Felt so good.
My water just came back on today, so. And I've been taking a shower at my mom's house. Yeah.
Dang. Our water been on since Wednesday.
I'm gonna tell you, I probably would have rather went without power.
When it comes to
water, yeah, I agree.
Nah, I don't agree with that. Cause you know what? I do agree with that because I can survive in the cold.
I can survive in the cold.
Put a whole bunch of blankets around me. I can go to sleep.
Nigga, y'all should have seen my dumb ass trying to wash dishes, pour a little bottle of water. Trying to wash my coffee cup.
So I had put this on Facebook and so many people comment. I didn't even have time to tally up the answers. But what's worse, losing power in the winter or losing power in the summer?
The summer.
100%.
You can't say you're not saving anything in that refrigerator.
You know how uncomfortable it is to be in a house. If it's 100 degrees outside,
it's 110, 115 inside.
Inside.
For sure.
That is the most
uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, because it got to 59 here in the house, but we was, like you said, we were still put layers of clothes on and things like that.
In the summer, that fan blowing nothing but hot air.
An old school dude told me one time, he say, youngster, you can hide from that cold, but you can't run from that heat. You can hide from that cold, but you can't run from that heat.
And people who are not from Texas or from Houston is looking at us like, why are they being so dramatic? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? So I have people who live in Kansas. I know people who live in Georgia and stuff like that. So it's like, I look at, oh, y'all got 0.2 inches of snow and y'all going crazy. But motherfucker, do you realize the last time this happened was 12 years ago when we was all in middle school?
We don't get that.
Like, we don't get this often.
This is not normal.
You're going to adapt to what you're used to, and this is not one of those things that we're used to. We're not used to sleeping in a 59, 60 degree house, like, with no water.
No one is.
Like, heck no. Like, from frozen pipes, none of that. Yeah, that's...
We used to keeping that AC on 68 degrees, and that's it.
Exactly. And being able to adjust the heat when we want to, how we want to.
Mm-hmm. And sleep with the fan on.
And being that this is Texas...
But you know we do it. We all do it.
I don't, but I know niggas who do.
And being that we are from Texas, and speaking of backwards, you have ERCOT. ERCOT is the power grid that southern Texas, some of East Texas is under. And ERCOT, once they finally found out that people were going to be using a lot of energy to stay warm through this winter storm, they did rolling blackouts, all right? Some areas got longer blackouts than others.
The black areas, but you know what?
Yeah, and I was just about to say I'm thankful and grateful that I wasn't one of those people, because we had a gotta be a nigga like us.
I gotta say it, the black areas got the blackouts the longest.
Our longest rolling blackout was like probably 9 hours.
Mine was
36
hours.
Or was it longer? About 9 hours?
It was almost almost all day.
Oh yeah,
almost all day.
That Tuesday, yeah. That's
right. Try 36.
I was like 6 hours, but it was in the middle of the night while I was asleep, so I didn't even notice.
Because where you stay at, The white area. I ain't trying to hear it.
But I mean,
so do you kind of understand why they did that?
Yeah, I totally understand why they did it.
Y'all understand? What do y'all understand? Because I have my own reasoning behind why they did it. So y'all go ahead and speak what y'all want to say, and I'm gonna tell y'all.
I do believe that there was some. I don't think people were thinking clearly. I don't think this was a good plan, but I do understand why. The reason why I don't believe that it's a good plan or they weren't prepared was because you still have people, kids, babies who are defenseless, and they can't cooperate and do well in these type of circumstances.
Right.
So you really put those people in a situation to fail. Obviously, we have people dying from carbon monoxide, freezing, and like just catching colds.
Carbon monoxide is not the ERCOT people's fault. That's just lack of.
But either way, people were still unprepared.
I didn't know if you put the stove on,
it releases carbon monoxide.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that until now.
I know we done grown up
because I grew up with
heating the house with the stove.
With the stove. I didn't know that.
Never.
Shit.
I didn't. Nigga,
we had
a stove on.
But I think our issue, because when we were living in Greenspoint, we had an electric stove, so that was different. But when we got to the manor, we had a gas stove. My grandma was still light that bitch up and warm the house when the power went out.
I'm gonna warm it up, baby.
But the reason why I say I could understand a little bit why they did it is because do you want a major blackout, or do you want certain areas to get these blackouts?
Because when you have the freezing temperatures that we had and everybody blasting their heat at the same time, if they wouldn't have like hit certain areas, just like, all right, cut this, put them back on, cut this.
Yeah.
If they would have just let it flow, everybody's shit would have been out because the whole grid would have blew.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I believe is that
the government did this so they can make more money.
Nah, honestly, I don't think they had to cut off anybody's shit.
Well, Texas is independent on this power.
Yeah, we
grid.
Have our own. We have our own power grid. Like that. Our own electric grid, power grid. We have our own grid.
They should stay like that too.
I think they should stay like that. I think they should stay like that too. But at the same time, I don't think they had to cut off anybody's power. Cause if you can let downtown shine like it did through the whole entire winter storm, you could have powered out all the houses, all the residents. And
nigga, you know where we live?
Yeah.
I do know where we live. And at the same time,
oh hell nah, boy, you tripping. I don't think you understand how big Southern Texas is.
I understand very well.
How many residents and homes there is. So little downtown ain't shit compared to all the surrounding cities.
Okay.
And all the power that goes through these houses, homes,
it ain't compared to the amount of people there. I understand that. But at the same time, we had a lot of stuff running off of natural gas. Natural gas was 80% of the grid.
Right.
Or 88%. And then you had 13% was from the turbines. The turbines went down first. Mm-hmm. They stopped spinning because they froze over. Natural gas, first of all, if you understand science, that shit don't freeze. Gas don't freeze. That's a lie. That's a lie. That was the first lie. When I seen that, I was like, oh, so that's the first lie. Let me sit back and just see what else they're going to say. And they kept saying it froze. How? How did it freeze? They said the system went down. The system went down, but y'all already have workers there to be there and understand what's going on. How did this happen? I don't believe that this was just one of those things like, oh, it happened because of the storm. No, it didn't happen because of the storm. It happened because when they cut that power, that's less money they have to spend. And now they sitting back watching. They sitting back watching everybody else suffer, and at the same time they still making money. Why are they making money? It ain't because people still got to pay their bill. It's because now they don't have to spend the money on paying for what's going out. And they're still going to get the bills paid because people are still going to have to pay those bills.
So you don't believe there will be there wouldn't have been a major blackout if they hadn't done that?
I don't think they would have. I honestly don't.
And if there was,
we would never know because that never happened. They didn't let that happen. Okay,
bam, there you go. They didn't let it happen.
They didn't let it find out.
Why would you want to live to find out? For there to be a major blackout. Do you understand the things that could happen if there was a major blackout?
Do you understand also that gas does not freeze?
But you realize that blackouts happen simultaneously in places like New York, Maine, DC. Like, that stuff happens regardless of a natural gas powering the city or not. Blackouts happen.
They do happen.
A blackout happened when we was in New York. A blackout happened when we was in San Diego 2 years ago.
Froze.
Exactly.
It wasn't because of a freeze.
But it wasn't because of a freeze. It was just because of something else.
Okay,
it could be anything.
That I understand. Maybe something else happened that caused that blackout. I don't believe a freeze caused natural gas to freeze.
I don't think nobody made that argument saying that it froze.
No, that's what
natural gas.
No. The freeze that came through froze the plant. It froze
the plant, fam, not the gas. Nobody said the gas.
What are we talking about? Because you talking about the gas freezing. The gas don't. I get it.
Nobody got on the news and said the gas froze. I think if anybody said
the plant. They said the plant.
Are we talking about the windmill things?
The turbines froze. That's a fact.
But that's only 12 to 13% of the grid. The rest of the grid is ran by natural gas. So
the natural gas was powering the shit.
Correct.
So if the natural gas is the inner source,
let's preserve it or preserve the plants that are the ones producing the power with this natural gas. The shelter, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Either way, we don't understand
if that freezes.
We don't.
The gas inside probably ain't gonna freeze, but the shit itself, the
system that's running the gas through to power.
That's what they said. That's what they said happened. So, okay.
Because I do have a partner who works at a chemical plant. He said, he still had to be at work to operate shit, and they never lost power at the plant, but they was doing like work from their supervisors that they had never done before. It obviously they was saying there was some fishy shit going on, but the only reason why somebody would say something fishy is going on because they're doing something they ain't never done before, which is understandable. So
when you do something you never done before, you call it fishy?
Yeah, but
if you never had to do it, it's like, okay. So
you're gonna question
so why are we doing this?
So if you've been working at this plant for 5 years, 10 years, and there's never been a freeze like this within those 10 years.
Exactly. There you go.
You would never have to do this.
So I can understand why you think the way you think because we ain't never been through this shit before.
So something is up.
So something has
in your head.
Yeah, something is going to be like, okay, this ain't right. This ain't right. Well, no, it ain't right because it ain't normal. So
you know what? So we're just gonna agree to disagree. Cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all ain't changing my mind. These motherfuckers shut this power off for their own personal benefit.
Niggas love fighting the air.
I'm a swing at it, baby.
So
I'm Cuba Gooding Jr. and Boys in the Hood.
What is it, Governor Ted Cruz?
Yeah.
He was fighting the waves in Cancun.
Oh, that boy should have kept going. He shouldn't have came back. He should have kept going.
Hey, I wouldn't have came back.
I would have came back. I would have kept going.
Niggas mad. Shit, catch flights, not feelings.
Did y'all hear his story though?
Why he came back? He lived up to y'all quote.
Oh, did y'all hear his story of why he went to Mexico, period.
He said his daughters wanted to go with their friends, and so he took them down there he was escorting them down there.
So do you hear the privilege in this? So fam was like,
so are you mad at him?
I'm not mad.
What's the
but
privilege?
the fact I'm not mad at all.
But
to get on the news to say some shit like that to these discouraging people who are in the hood, who still don't have water, who still don't have power. I mean, come on, bro. What kind of nigga is you?
What that got to do with it? Mark, if you work hard and you blow up big.
Work what?
Hard.
No, this nigga was working hard when Harvey hit, and this nigga was out in the streets giving out turkeys and shit during election time. But now when the power go out,
can't nobody be in the streets and wasn't nobody in the streets.
But you can be in Cancun.
Yo.
Listen, bro.
All right, bro. I'm done with this.
I'm gonna give my opinion on this, and I ain't gonna lie. You probably not gonna like this either. But I feel very strongly about this. Why do we care about what he did? The reason why I say this is because people made it a big thing. He went to Cancun. He did this and that. While we were down here freezing.
Like black people's gonna accept.
I'm trying to figure out what are you fixing on a plane to Cancun?
What was he supposed to fix? What was he gonna? If him staying behind, what was that gonna change?
Yeah.
Him leaving or being here, what was that gonna change?
Keep the same energy that got you into office. When you were elected into office, nigga, you was handing out fucking goodie bags
so if he
during
stayed,
fucking
what
hard.
was that gonna do? Make y'all feel better?
Look, bro.
Nigga, hit the streets. Do what the relief gang doing. Do something that's gonna help the people for the people that voted for you.
Bro.
Why are you going to Cancun to kick your fucking feet up and be like, hey, them niggas over there can freeze and I ain't gonna help. I'm gonna sit over here and get on this teleprompter and tell y'all how I feel from Cancun.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you like this. All right, the only thing Ted Cruz could have did was give a response to the media. That's it.
And he didn't do shit.
Okay,
until he was caught flying his ass to Cancun.
Okay,
now they sound like a fucking crime.
Now look,
it ain't a crime, but it's like you ain't doing nothing to help. You're not even speaking. You're not even speaking out to what
was he gonna say? The same thing that Sylvester Turner and Greg Abbott said. They was repeating each other.
First of all, Sylvester Turner is a fucking joke. Greg Abbott is a dumbass, and ERCOT. Those are the people who needed to get on there and say something. Ted Cruz is the person who promotes them to that stage. So that's why you didn't hear them until you heard them. After you heard about Ted Cruz.
That's
Ted
a
Cruz.
lie.
That is facts. Nobody said Ted Cruz didn't say a bitch ass thing until ERCOT. Until after ERCOT got on. No, before ERCOT got on. Once Ted Cruz spoke, ERCOT got on. Okay. Ted Cruz, hey, ERCOT, go ahead and tell them what y'all need to say to speed up this process so that people can understand what's going on. They got on there, boom, bam, done.
So
nothing.
You feel like that's what needed to happen?
Niggas want to know what's going on. We didn't know nothing about this power grid until ERCOT got on there and told us.
First of all, what was going on was a natural disaster.
But we didn't know while we were going through this because we never had to do this.
What you mean we didn't know?
We didn't know.
We didn't know about the winter storm?
We didn't know we was going to have to go through a rolling blackout or the reason why. We've been through cold winters before. Why are we having to go through this cold? Yes, it haven't been this cold, but to a certain degree. I mean,
we got down there, but not like this.
Yeah,
we never got down to the teens, bro.
Yeah,
yes, we have. Yes, we have. But it just wasn't a storm. It was just like that one day and a half, and then the bipolar Houston weather, regular bipolar weather. But
Dallas been through this before.
Dallas go through this every year,
but that's just Dallas.
Yeah, that's Dallas.
That's not the whole fucking stuff. Nigga, Texas is on a whole grid. If Dallas is going through it, that doesn't mean Houston and Corpus Christi is.
You're right.
So it's just, but the argument is this: if Ted Cruz was worried more about what was going on here in Texas, the people would be in better. I mean, a better mindset of knowing what is going on and what matters we need, or steps we need to take in order to make it through this.
So you
the
feel
steps
like
we need to take.
You like to speak from perspective. You, Red, have common sense to not sit in a fucking car in your garage and inhale carbon monoxide.
But they gave us steps. They gave us steps.
Who's they?
The news.
The news.
They warned us about this.
They told
in
us
advance.
Ted Cruz didn't have to say nothing.
But
you know
none
why?
of these people are credible because none of them know shit about the grid.
Okay,
We're not.
Sylvester Turner came on. He said what he said.
That nigga don't know him.
And look, but
That
hold
nigga
on, but
bitch
hold
has
on.
nothing.
That's true. But this is my whole argument was this, bro. People mad at Ted Cruz for going on vacation. Me personally,
I'm
I
not
don't
mad
give
at
a
him for that.
No, you not. But there is people that are mad at him for that. Me, I can give a fuck about that. You know why? Because was we receiving the information that we needed to receive during this winter storm? We was, because Sylvester Turner was giving it to us.
He's not credible at all.
Greg Abbott was giving it to us. And
When?
the whole time, bro, I sat there and watched it every time.
All these niggas is jokes. But anyway, keep
I'm trying to figure out what was Ted Cruz supposed to say different from anybody else. All he was gonna do was say, you know what? We don't know exactly when it's gonna come back on for everybody.
But these people do, so let me get them on the news and so they can tell you.
So you think because Ted
No,
Cruz?
I know.
You know because you know Ted Cruz was the reason why ERCOT got on. You say he's the reason why they got on the news?
Yes.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Bro, I feel like I seen them before I seen him.
Because
You seen about them. You didn't see them.
Yeah, you didn't see them.
You seen about them before, but
they
didn't actually come on to after.
Yeah, because it was the two white guys, and one of them was still beating around the bush. And 9 times out of 10, that was an order that was given to him. Hey, don't tell them everything. Just tell them this, and don't give them a real direct answer. That I already know how that was.
But you can't do that. Period. You can't blame them because if you give a direct answer, you tell everything. We live with people that's easily panicked.
But in Southern Texas, if Ted Cruz doesn't prepare these people to do the
half of these people despite Ted Cruz, so why?
Oh,
and
real.
The half that despite him is the one that put this shit out there.
I mean, and what being that you said that local vote over electoral vote, get this nigga out. But
for Ted.
See.
Who else we gonna vote for?
Exactly.
Look, Malcolm X said it best, man. Read what Malcolm X said in his speeches. He said straight up, voting for a liberal would be the worst thing a black person could do. He said it himself. He said both parties are foul, are evil, but the Democrats, they the worst.
What else we got?
All right,
What else we got, baby?
Let's because I already know this is gonna go political. But either way, just to let you know, Texas had a hell of a week.
Boy, we had
A frozen week.
Woo! Houston in particular.
Well, we hold our deepest condolences for those people who lost their lives throughout this. Because I mean, this is something that Texas has never experienced, and it caught us all by surprise because people are in office not doing their job and warning the people of.
What?
Yes,
not
and allowing people to be better prepared.
They warned us.
Because if we was better prepared, we wouldn't have to have no rolling blackout. We would have been able to get energy from other grids and be able to give the energy that we could have kept.
We supply our own grid. That's why we couldn't do it.
Exactly. But if we already know ahead of time if we're going to do it, then it can be done.
And then if you think about it, like we on our own grid. So when they prep this grid, why you looking at me like that?
Because, nigga, if we had took action when we were supposed to, we would have been able to receive power from other grids.
What you mean?
Oklahoma is right above us. They're a part of their own grid, but they're in the same panhandle as Texas. So
we don't want to get that leeway.
Either way, nigga. In the panhandle and Oklahoma, those two states, we shared power with them. They could have transferred power down. We could have got power from New Mexico. We could have got power from either way if we had prepared ahead of time.
Yeah, nah, we gonna stay boxed off.
Yeah,
okay, but why? But why?
We not about to owe nobody.
Exactly. So
now we owe you one. We
owe
you one. We owe
okay,
you
so
one.
the lives lost was so we could say you don't save no money. You don't save no money. I don't save no money. So what are y'all dapping up and clapping hands for, nigga? So the white people who are looking down at it, let them niggas freeze.
There you go.
No, because I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Like you saying, okay, we weren't prepared, so we're gonna let these people right here. I mean, I'm sorry for y'all loss, but I mean, we wasn't prepared. All right, cool. But if we was prepared, niggas wouldn't be dying in the garage. Niggas wouldn't be catching colds. And we're gonna talk about the COVID shit because that doesn't necessarily mean COVID cases go down. If anything, they're gonna try to spark them bitches up because we're now transferring from different houses to find shelter and food and being placed in one concealed space where we can spread this virus now. So please don't make it seem like, oh, Texas is cool because we have our own, because it's not. Especially not in situations like this. Especially not in situations where we're not prepared and we're not able to see things beforehand and be able to get energy from other places that we can easily get it from. We got money.
I still wouldn't do it.
I ain't gonna lie.
To save the lives of others, you still wouldn't do it?
Do you really want to be ran by the government, bro? I'm glad Texas operates the way they do.
Okay, pay the government their money
Let-
so these people can get keep
them in.
That's why we don't. That's why
So,
we pay the least amount in taxes, bro.
Okay, so sacrifice the lives of others because you don't want to pay the government money. All right, I get where y'all coming from.
That's your words. No,
Nigga, that's literally what you're saying.
No, it's not.
We don't have to pay the government. I don't want to. You shouldn't want to pay the government. And we're like, so it's
bro. The whole point of living in this country is the least amount of government action into your life. You go anywhere else, but if it's not a free state and not a free country,
if we start to, like you say, open up to Oklahoma, New Mexico, we start opening up to these places, giving them access to our shit.
Shit different, bro.
So y'all feel like if we open this, we reach out to get power from these different grids for one fucking week, they're gonna own us?
It'll be a start.
It'll be a start of something different. It'll be the start of, oh shit, y'all owe us.
Then why not? Let's see if we can float that boat when we get
I'm
there.
pretty sure after this incident they will do that because, like I was trying to say before, when they built this grid.
But why does it have to be after this incident?
Because
if it's already gonna happen, then why wait till after it's done?
It's always a trial and error.
You have to because when you go into when they went into planning this grid, bro, it was not going into saying.
Global warming wasn't a thing either when they created this grid.
I don't even believe
Texas gonna be in the single digits. Wasn't thought of. So when the budget came and said, should we spend money on this or this? More towards heat, because we deal with heat more than cold. This was a once in a... When the last time this shit happened?
12 years ago.
Man,
no, not like this.
Not like this. It don't happen like that often.
I don't even think we was born.
It would.
We've never went through nothing where
like 18 something?
Yeah, like 12, 18.
Exactly.
1939.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where the budget go?
Over 18 years ago.
No, she said she was. Anyways,
the budget ain't going towards the cold. It's gonna go towards the heat.
it's gonna go towards keeping people cool, so they can sleep good. We're not spending money on shit that got anything to do with free.
You gonna spend an extra $1 billion on some shit we ain't dealt with in how long?
1939. How many years is that?
Man, wait,
Calculate.
this man don't want to get a generator because he said that's not something that. I mean, the reason is for what y'all saying right now.
Everybody
not gonna need it.
Everybody in
need
Texas
it once in a couple years.
Oh, no, that's a
So
lie.
we won't buy
We
a
have
generator.
hurricanes every year. That's why we should have generators because we have hurricanes every year.
No, I'm not
A generator is a
about to buy
good
no-
I told
investment.
y'all wanted to get a
No,
generator.
you talking? I'm not about to buy no $500.
I wasn't gonna buy one for this week. Nah, that's for damn sure.
My nigga, we ain't spending that money.
Not for no damn week. Nah,
Just
I
like
went.
ERCOT, we ain't spending that money. Why we gonna spend that money? What, nigga?
For real.
What for one thing for one in 100 years?
Stop. We gonna
An
keep this
extra
shit
billion.
rolling. Extra billion
Yeah,
for
that
Put that shit back in the pocket.
Niggas wanna be warm.
About
Yeah, for y'all niggas with them gas
the gas and
stoves.
the light bill.
If y'all in that light bill in the month of March when y'all get
Couple
that
weeks.
that statement, I want y'all to still be laughing.
That statement gonna be crazy.
Blasting the fuck out that heat. All right, we gonna see what that gas bill look like.
My heat is
That shit gonna be
72
good.
degrees.
Yeah.
My heat is 72 degrees.
What's next, man?
All right, man.
Y'all
So
niggas
we gonna
getting
get
warmed
off. We gonna get right. I'm over here sweating on my
Stuck
nigga.
shut, nigga. know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's all
that
good.
getting high, huh? Because that heat, that ERCOT allowed us to have finally.
I need.
Man, calm down. We got one more topic left. All right. So, to get off of the Texas winter storm, all right, we're going to go on something lighter. All right. What the fuck are you doing? We didn't already have to. Give me my fucking cup.
You want your cup, bro?
Yes, bro. Chill. We almost done. Then you can get drunk and do your thing. All right. So, Lori Harvey. All right. We all know that she's dating Michael B. Jordan, one of the few good brothers that we had left.
So you say.
So we say.
Why you say it like that, though?
Bro, because I never think a guy... And now I'm saying this like I know him personally, but just from the outside looking in, I would never think Michael B. Jordan would be dating a Lori Harvey. That's just from my perspective. But
what is a Lori Harvey?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Good question.
What's a Lori Harvey? Because when I look at Lori Harvey, I just see a young woman who's dating, and her partners are publicized because she's in the public light. But any female from the hood done had the same amount of partners or more. It's just not publicized.
I don't think she sparked people's lives until she went from Diddy's son to him. I think that's when it kind of started to catch people's attention.
yeah, when she...
I don't even be caring about
Diddy...
that.
I mean, but it's not...
It's
It's rumors to say
But
that she
just
was...
saying-
She was always with Diddy.
the
Her
way,
and Cassie were friends. It was a.
but the way it looked, and the world we live in,
Yeah.
the more people say it, the truer it is. So
Yeah.
people go believe the majority and not the actual truth.
Yeah, that's true. And then once that comes to the public light, and then we see you messing with Future, and then you kind of scoot on over to Michael B. Jordan. It's like, damn, like Michael B. Jordan really like.
But when she was messing, because I don't know the timeline on this or the history on it. So when she was messing with Future, was this like a ongoing thing they were saying them?
That was in a relationship. But my whole thing is this. Why does it even matter to anyone else what she's doing with her life? Because I look at it like this, bro. She gonna date this person, she gonna date this person, she gonna date this person. That's the same thing everybody else, baby mama, wife was doing before they met them.
Fact.
It don't matter. This woman is living her life. Let her live. Why is people worried about who she was dating before she met Michael B. Jordan? Like, why does that even matter? She's a woman living her life the same way we live our life. She's doing the same thing, and she's going about it, and she ain't worried about nothing else. People worried about who she was dating first. So,
And you know who deemed her this type of person? Black people.
Your own kind.
your own kind, our own kind is the one that made her look like this in the light, bro. And why? Why did we make her look?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. And this, I think it's a lot of things that play into this, and it's just like, cause I see Michael B. Jordan as, I don't know. I just see him as like the fucking Pope of entertainment. I just see him different.
You see him like a Denzel Washington.
Yeah, like it's just I see him with somebody. I just always saw him with somebody that wasn't in the industry or wasn't in this light. So that's the only reason why.
Well, she really wasn't.
Yes, she was.
So pretty much
She was there, but she wasn't as talked about like that.
So pretty much, you put your own expectations on somebody else.
Exactly. That's all I did.
And that's wrong.
I
I
never said it was right.
Never
I'm
do
just
that.
saying I just always expected for him to be with somebody that wasn't in the industry, as if I knew what his interests were, but obviously I was wrong. But once again, I'm with y'all. I don't see no wrong with.
But you can't really
them
say
being with each
as
other.
if you know what his interest was because you don't know Lori Harvey as a person. She might just be
She might be the coolest person
you know what I'm
ever
saying?
met.
She might have the best personality, but this visual that people are painting on her.
This is true.
That's the whole thing. Like, people making it seem like she's a hoe because she dated this person, and this person. Man,
You see
I
her
know
in the
a
picture
female
with
right
five.
now.
You seen her in the picture with 5 niggas in the industry.
And I
So
know
what?
And I know a female right now who done been with 13 niggas out the hood.
Okay.
And she's still married.
Bro, did you see the sarcasm in this comment that he just made?
I didn't see it.
So what? She's been in the light with 5 different niggas in the industry.
It's a picture. That's what the industry do. They take pictures.
It's cool, bro. But and the light of you making a comment saying that people are making her out to be a hoe, Boosie gave his comment because he's always gonna give his opinion on the culture, and it's about black people's opinion. He's saying that people are applauding. Not saying that she's doing anything, Lori Harvey's doing anything wrong. People are applauding what Lori Harvey is doing, and she's been what they're
making her out to be doing.
Even though she's been in 8 relationships in 1 year, rather than like applauding that other black woman who's been with one man and been through shit with this one man and still stayed. So it's like he's saying that black people, all right, they applaud the woman that goes around from man to man, and they don't applaud the woman that sticks around and stays down with that one man.
You know what I think about when you say that? I think this. I think you mind your business. I don't mind my business. That's what I think.
I totally agree.
I agree.
I totally
100% agree.
What with Boosie, what he said, I agree with that too because man, this new generation of blacks.
They in there, they dipping. This person doing what?
I already know.
Stop, man. Look, man. If everybody just shut the fuck up,
they not.
Pay attention to what you got going on.
It's only gonna get louder and louder.
Everybody getting loud. Everybody just want to be louder and louder and louder. They want to be able to say, "Oh, this person doing that. This person doing this."
They want to be the first. They want to be able to be the first person to say that they knew about this.
Instead of being the first person to say, "This is what I'm doing." Shut the fuck up. Stop, man. Please.
It's crazy. It's fucked up.
Everybody want to be in everybody's business, man. Stop, man. Mow your lawn. Go do some chores or something.
Then y'all assume she had sex with everybody.
She had sex with all of them. But listen.
See, from a woman's standpoint, it's like you done been on dates and women hung out, took a picture with a bunch like Red said, a bunch
I don't
of
take
niggas.
pictures with no females on house.
As a celebrity, though.
Oh, yeah.
No, these I'm talking about if she took a picture with 5 niggas and she dated 5 niggas, then I'm going to say she had
so
sex.
If you're a woman, if you a woman in the industry that's mostly men, and you taking pictures with a lot of men, what that make you?
I ain't gonna say you had sex with all of them, but if you was in a relationship with these men in the industry,
how many do you know for a fact she was in a relationship?
I only know Diddy, Future, and Michael B. Jordan,
which she currently is.
And she was pictured with Trey Songz.
She was in a relationship with him. She was in a relationship with Trey Songz though.
She was pictured with.
I don't know the other people.
She got a Drake picture. She got a Drake picture. You know Drake.
She want to sign that contract.
That NDA a motherfucker.
She ain't want to sign that.
Hey, but no, on the cool, on the real, like, if she did have sex with all of them, I still wouldn't give a fuck because I guarantee if Lori Harvey came up to me and was like, "Hey, I like you, I want to date you," okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. Let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm gonna hold her hand and everything. I'm gonna be in the next picture.
Different strokes for different folks.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. That shit don't
I
matter
agree.
to me.
I feel you.
Because we all have a past, so you can't.
Man, and we all have a past.
You can't.
Past, present, future.
Which one you gonna be stuck?
Right? Yes, we all have a past, present, and future. So which one are you gonna be stuck in?
Most people got their next.
Let's look forward to new beginnings, fresh starts, and peace and tranquility and blessings.
They don't know nothing about that.
All right, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, these niggas are out of there.